Hi, I'm Tristan, Director at Fully Charged Silverstone Test Ride Centre, and I've come down to London today to the mothership at Fully Charged to talk to you about why we think buying an e-bike is such an important purchase that you need to give some thought to the investment you make, which will pay back in the long run. With so many bikes coming to market, with so many different brands coming to market, online, in-store, we think it's important to explain to you why investing in a better quality brand in the long term will pay back. At Fully Charged, we curate a very carefully selected range of brands, and we're going to show you why in the long run they're better for you. So let's start at the beginning. Why are you choosing to buy an e-bike? We think that electric bikes form a very important part of the new transportation mix. For urban environments, we see bikes as being the true replacement for cars, and in more rural settings, they can absolutely form part of the mix that you'll have available to you. So just to make the point again, this is very important, we see electric bikes as not being a replacement simply for a bike, but as an entirely new category of transportation. So having said that, the benefits over a standard bike are manifold. You can go further. Some of the bikes that we sell, you can go up to 140 miles on a single charge. You can get to work without being too stressed, to get there in a decent state, so you're not sweaty, you need a shower. In urban settings and in the rural areas, you can travel faster than on a standard bike. You're limited to 15.5 miles an hour, but trust me, on a hill, a regular bike, you may go up that at 6 or 7 miles an hour. Ultimately, you can use the bike so much more often. You can make that deliberate choice to use it instead of the car. To be honest, it's just more fun. So it's important to recognise that the integrated nature of the systems that we sell at Fully Charged is really important to the overall performance of the bike. In some other brands, the componentry are bolted together and added to the bike frame as an afterthought. Not in all cases, but in some cases. And usually, the cheaper the bike, the more of a mishmash of components you find on the bike. Different brand of battery, different brand of motor, different brand of controller. These things can lead to problems in the future. The brands we sell are built around the electrical systems, so everything harmonises at the design stage. Some of the less expensive bikes today make it obvious that they are electric bikes, and the brands that we stock tend to make the electricness of the bike a little bit less conspicuous. The battery is integrated into the frame, the motor is very, very well hidden and small in overall size, so the bike looks sleek. Performance-wise, the aerodynamics on a bike aren't quite so important as a standard bike. You sit more upright in most cases, but the motor that you've got under your bum takes away a lot of that resistance you would feel. Just to take a few of the brands that we sell. Decino call themselves the most beautiful electric bike in the world. The bike has been engineered from the ground up to be only electric. Go Cycle has challenged itself to be the best urban e-bike. Moustache are in their 10th year of making only electric bikes. Riese Müller, considered by lots of people as being the premium electric bike brand, started out as an analog company, but converted a long time ago to only be electric. Tern are very different in the market. Their bikes are designed, or the GSD is designed to carry 200 kilograms of weight, so that's 2 of me. And you can bolt on all kinds of accessories, so a single rider could potentially carry another full-size adult on the back, or 2 children, so 3 people on one bike doing the school run. At Fully Charged, we're huge advocates for the Bosch electric bike system. We do have other systems in store. They're all integrated in the same way that Bosch is, but Bosch is selected by most of the brands that we stock for a very good reason. For example, the Moustache behind me here is an entry-level bike for us at almost £1,900, and yet the Bosch system is entirely reliable. Depending how you ride the bike and the assistance level you choose to ride with, you can get anything between 20 and 70 miles per charge on that bike. And that's just the entry-level bike. Some of the bikes we have in store have dual battery technology, 2 625 watt-hour batteries. You should expect reasonably to see anything between 30 and 60 miles per charge, depending on how you ride the bike, on every bike we sell. Now a replacement Bosch 500 watt battery will cost you something between £500 and £700, depending where you buy it. So if you're looking at bikes in other retailers that cost maybe £1,200 or less, you'd be forgiven for wondering how much has been invested in the rest of the bike. In the long run, we firmly believe if you trust the philosophies of the manufacturers that we stock, you will benefit in the long run by investing more up front. So the last thing I want to talk about today is about support and maintenance. This new range of technologies, this new brand of mobility requires some looking after. There are two types of cyclists typically. There are the people that have always been able to look after their bike and adjust the derailleur, and there are people that can't and just ride the bike until it breaks and then bring it into a shop like us to put right. We'd recommend that this new breed of technology requires looking after a bit more often, and regular maintenance, planned maintenance, as you would with your car, is a really good way of ensuring the life of this bike is extended as far as possible. Now, we've talked about service and maintenance being very important, but I also want to make the point that the bikes that we stock, Riese Müller, Moustache, Turn, etc., they're tested extensively to make sure that they're not going to let you down in between services. They are robust, the systems are integrated into the design, and they're as strong as they can be. Anytime that you do have a problem, stockists like us with Bosch trained mechanics can plug your bike into a diagnostics kit and know instantly what's going wrong with the electrics, and we can put that right as quickly as possible. The warranties and guarantees offered by the manufacturers, both of the components and of the bike brands themselves, are second to none. On a Bosch system, you will get a 2-year guarantee. Most bikes that we stock have at least 5-year guarantees on the frames. Buying a bike online is really economical up front. In the long run though, where are you going to go if you get a problem? We'd recommend coming to a specialist like ourselves at Fully Charged, where every component is selected by the brands that we trust and we've trusted for a long time. In summary, the message of this is to say to you, consider the purchase very carefully. Treat the purchase as a capital expense, as if you were going to buy a car, a washing machine or a sofa. Think of it as a long-term purchase. Understand what's gone into the bike in terms of its costs, so you can recognise where the value is. In developing a relationship with your bike, we would also say that wherever you buy your bike from and whatever brand you buy, try and be assured of the support and service you can rely on. And at Fully Charged, we believe we offer a service that's second to none. Thanks for watching. I'm Tristan, and I approve this message.